place, the tunnels, highways, parks, art galleries and hospitals, all paid for by the community through state and federal taxes. It may not be perfect, but it is a system that has served us well in the past. Last year, the Brumby government announced a new tax, the Growth Area Infrastructure Contribution, GAIC. A flat fee of $95,000 per hectare levied on unsuspecting landowners in outer Melbourne. Without notification, families and farmers woke up one morning in early December last year to find they owed the government hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax, in some cases millions, when they sell their property. What an early Christmas present that was. So what's wrong with the GAIC? It will be levied retrospectively from the 2nd of December 2008 and was announced without warning. It is levied up front on the first property transaction, not at the point when development takes place. It affects inheritance. If a will directs that a property be sold, the tax applies. It applies if a marriage breakdown requires that the family home be sold. Land in the investigation areas won't be developed until 2019 up to 2029. Yet the government relies on sales evidence with short-term development timelines. Is that comparable? Is that fair? No! It leads to a massive reduction in equity and borrowing capacity. Some people will owe more than the value of their property. It alters the whole concept of land ownership. An estate in fee simple, the highest form of property ownership in the country, means nothing if the value of the property can be eroded through government intervention. It is charged at a flat rate regardless of the value of the property. No other form of infrastructure tax in this country targets private citizens. A precedent will be set if this legislation is passed. All the government needs to do to raise revenue is shift the boundary. Landowners in regional cities will be next, the remaining green wedges, and the logical extension of this policy is an exit tax on all landowners in Victoria. The current proposal is so bad that the government and the Growth Area Authority have had to announce the establishment of a hardship committee to oversee the collateral damage as more and more affected landowners come forward to tell their stories. In New South Wales, they've got tunnels, hospitals, parks and highways. They too have an infrastructure tax, yet not a single private citizen has to pay the charge. This is because the tax is payable by whoever develops the land.
Here, here! Tax for developers!
Victoria is the only state in Australia who intend taxing property owners now for future infrastructure that will not be constructed for decades, if ever. This is not the time to explain the detail of this flawed policy. However, you can be assured the government will be working overtime to put a positive spin on the situation. If you want the facts, log on to our website, taxedout.com.au. Last night, a delegation from Taxed Out met the Planning Minister and his advisors. To his credit, he listened, took on board our concerns, but made no commitments. So until such time as the tax is levied at the point of development, as is the case with the rest of Australia, our goal will not alter, and we intend to see this issue through to the state election next year. New South Wales has proven that a fair and equitable system is achievable, and it is unnecessary for the Brumby government to try and reinvent the wheel. All concerned Victorians must write to their local members of Parliament, the Growth Area Authority, the Planning Minister and the Premier, and let them know this is simply unacceptable. And when it comes to the next election next year, tell Brumby he's dreaming.